know we've come to the end of the time. We agreed with you. I do want to just give you open mic to say we've been hungry asking you our questions. Is there something unprogrammed or otherwise that you'd like to say to us?
I will do my Baha'i metaphor because all the people I see on the screen, a lot of them are women. So I just want to acknowledge us women, because one of the things that you didn't ask me, and it's a little bit more of the Soul of Money Institute message. I think this is the Sophia Century. Yes. And this is the first century of the third millennium. And if you look at it that way, this is what I learned from Buckminster Fuller, who was a great teacher to many of us, and certainly to me, that if you look at the long view, you see more clearly the now. You know, there's a wonderful institute called the Long Now. And that it really is true. If you look at the long view, what you understand is the now. And that sounds like a contradiction, and it is. But if you think of this as the first century of the third millennium, we're only 23 years in, not even 22 in a few months. And there's many prophecies about this millennium, the 21st century, the first century of the third millennium, that it's a defining century, that it's a revolutionary century, that it's a revelatory century. And I can feel that it is. You can feel we're being tested by everything. And we're in the Anthropocene, as I said. I call it the Sophia Century, and you're welcome to name it that way yourself. That doesn't come from, I have no claim on that. A lot of people call it that, I hope. And that means not that women are going to take over, but it is that women will find in this 100-year cycle our rightful role in co-equal partnership with men, and the world will come into balance. And one of the prophecies about the 21st century that I love most is from the Baha'i people, and it's also validated by the Cherokee. And they say the bird of humanity has two great wings, a male wing and a female wing. And the male wing of the bird of humanity has been fully extended for hundreds of years. And the female wing of the bird of humanity has been folded in and not yet fully expressed, while the male wing has been fully extended and has become very muscular and, in fact, overdeveloped, and has become violent to keep the bird of humanity afloat. And thus the bird of humanity has been flying, but primarily in circles for hundreds of years. But the prophecy says that in the 21st century, the first century of the third millennium, the female wing in all of us, in men and women, will fully extend, which will allow the male wing in all of us to relax a little bit. And for the first time in hundreds and hundreds of years, the bird of humanity will soar. So I leave you with that image that the feminine in men and the feminine in women is a huge part of having successfully addressed the challenges we face this century, and to not hold back. And as leaders who are really looking at how to illuminate leadership and illuminate this world, that you let that feminine expression unlock it, don't drive it down. It's in men and women. Women have a little bit of a special relationship with it, but it's not exclusively us. And the birthing process that I suggest we're in is a co-labor, a collaboration. When we go into labor, which we will, and it'll hurt, it's going to be, pain will push until vision pulls. Just like when you're having a baby, the more it hurts, the closer you are to having a baby when you're in labor. This will be a collaboration of men and women to give birth to a new kind of human being, a new kind of economy, a new kind of education system, a new kind of world, a new kind of way of being.